Hi everyone, and welcome to the Scratticus Academy. We are back today with some urban shadows. Before I head round and say hello to all these lovely people that you can see here today, please check out the content warning for this game and also the links that are coming up in chat now. That includes Twitter. We are currently working on the next season as it is very much upon us. So we're going to have a lot of viewer games and things like that. So if you would like to get into a game, head over to Twitter and drop Scrat a DM. We also have a Discord. It's full of very lovely people. So please come and join us over there. We also have a channel just for this game. Whether you want to come and talk about it or discuss theories or anything like that. If you've missed out on anything, you can head over to YouTube and see all of our games. We can put some playlists so they are easy to catch up on. A huge thank you to our wonderful sponsors, who we couldn't be here without, in the form of Mayhem Press. They have their Dark Matter that is now in hardback, which is where you can get it, which is basically D&D in space, which is something everyone needs in their lives. We also have the fabulous Deck of Many, with the Deck of Many Things, the moving magic spell cards. Their Kickstarter's just finished, and they went over, I think, 1.3 million, something like that. They blew it out of the water. There's a lot of cool moving tarot cards and art books and things like that coming from their Kickstarter. We also have Hero Forge, where it's make all your characters into minis. We are currently testing out the beta every Wednesday at 2 p.m. EDT, where Scrat and I go and... Thank you, Scrat. I broke my hand, everyone. I can't tighten my mic properly.
Oh no!
You done?
You sound good.
That's what I thought.
I mean,
I'd
you
sound fine.
better.
No way.
You sound better now.
Hero Forge with the minis. We've been testing out their beta with the wonderful colors, textures, and they have just added all of the huge wings, which we have been testing out as well. Also, Dungeon Fog, whether it's for a one-shot or a campaign, they help you construct your map and all of the notes to go alongside with it. And if you update something on the map, it automatically updates in the notes as well. Last but certainly not least, it is Pride. So happy Pride, everyone. Our new sponsor is Heartbeat Dice. They do all of the very, very fabulous Pride dice. They also have a Kickstarter full of wonderful shiny things. So please go and check that out. Also, Raven can't be here today because internet's problems. They're fun and things happen and tech issues. But please go check out everything Raven does. They do some really awesome things. Otherwise, let's head round and say hello to everyone. And this time, because Raven isn't here, we'll start with Ryumasa. Oh, hi.
I have to unmute myself. Hello, I am Ryumasa. Or John. You can find me on Twitter at Ryumasa with the 0. Things we're doing. Right. I'm playing Nike on New Acadia Nights. That's what I'm doing tonight. That's the thing that is happening soon. You can also find me on Tuesdays on Unmade Gaming at 8 p.m. EST for Thrall, which is a dark fantasy D&D campaign. You can also find me over at Manapot Studios on Friday, so tomorrow, and also Saturday for our last 2 episodes of our Happy Hour Good Society game at 8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. EST there as well. Also, new thing that started up just recently. I'm very excited. We had our debut episode last week, but a friend and I, who are collectively known as Thick Notes, because we're 2 thick nerds who really like music, are starting a stream called Shanty Shop, where we're taking fantasy, sort of traditional sea shanties and folk songs and turning them into D&D related fantasy music for taverns and for about characters and stuff in the world. So if that's something you like to do, we are running a fundraiser for the Bale Project all month long. If you donate $10 to Bale Project through the link that we have, you're entered in to win a custom shanty or folk song for you, for your character, for whatever. And so we'll be doing those all this month and hopefully for a long time after.
Awesome. Thank you. Some really awesome stuff there. And then we're going to hop over and say hi to Mr. Loki. Oh, hi.
Hola, I'm Joaquin from Mexico, and I'm playing the noble Jose Juan, which unfortunately this session I will not be the Senor Brick sidekick, so probably he will have his own adventure, going out in action and adventure and see what happens and what happens here in Acadia Night. Well, you can find me on Twitter. I think the handle is somewhere around, and also play on Wednesdays in the Smoking Mirror channel. This is also an Urban Shadow pink paint, but this is in Spanish, set in Mexico 1999, which is also very fun. So we want to have some fun in Spanish playing Urban Shadows, you can go in there. And as always, thank you very much for having me. And Lauren, we're all yours.
I love it. Thank you.
Yay.
I'm White Rabbit Pick. That's where you can find me on Twitter. I'm one half of the founders of the Academy. You can also find me as a DM over on Gilding Light, where I get to run lots of fun, a very fun campaign with one of the other halves of Salty Sweet Games. Do you see lovely Lauren here? I'm also a photographer. My lockdown, when it finishes on the 17th, 18th of June. So when I'm allowed back out into the wild again, I expect more photos because they are coming because I have really itchy photography fingers right now. Otherwise, I am going to hand straight over to the lovely Lauren. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Hey, everybody. I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger over on Twitter and half of Salty Sweet Games here on the Twitch, where we play Pulp Cthulhu. We play in the Gayest Witcher campaign on Twitch. It's official. It's canon, so... And D&D, and we do that every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We also play video games randomly, because quarantine life. But tonight, I am your very kind and benevolent master of ceremonies. Tonight, we are playing New Acadia Nights, set in my homebrew city of New Acadia, based on New Orleans, and the Buffyverse with a bit of Sin City light thrown in. We use the Urban Shadow system, and if you don't know what that is, I'm going to tell you about it real quick. It uses the Powered by the Apocalypse engine for its base mechanics. It is a political urban fantasy game in which my job as the MC is to make the city feel political and dark, keep the characters' lives out of control and evolving, and we all play to find out what happens. Even me, because I don't know. Seriously, it's Penultimate. Stuff's gonna happen. I don't know what it'll be. Anyway, last time, Evelyn got a special preview of the auction items and a chat with both Rui and Kara, though one was much nicer than the other, at least on the surface level. She also reunited with her patron's rival, Samael the Archdevil, who seemed to know that Evelyn was there to retrieve a certain item for her patron Belle, which she did not end up walking away with. Afterwards, Samael came clean about his desire to drive Belle out of the city for good. He even offered to buy out Evelyn's contract and set her free. No strings attached. They plan to discuss it more over dinner later. Other exciting action events included the arrival of Marie, the voodoo queen of New Acadia, who seemed there specifically to torment Kara, who was desperate enough to offer up the heart of a dragon, one of her siblings, as it turns out. Nike got in on the action, revealing that he had an integral part of the item she sought, the clock hand of a pocket watch. Rui, or the being currently possessing Rui's body, mediated the deal. Nike would hand over the piece in exchange for the being possessing Rui to vacate her body and return the tea shop to its owner. Rui agreed immediately, which is definitely not suspicious at all, and they set up a meeting for later. Meanwhile, Briggs learned more about his new friends, the Fae, and their interest in all this, and at a bar outside of the casino, Marie approached Jose Juan and offered to help him remove his curse. Now for our song lyrics. In touch with the ground, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Smell like I sound, I'm lost in a crowd. Straddle the line in discordant rhyme. I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Mouth is alive with juices like wine. Stalked through the forest, too close to hide. I'll be upon you by the moonlight side. High blood drumming on your skin, it's so tight. You feel my heat, I'm just a moment behind. In touch with the ground, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Scent and a sound, I'm lost and I'm found, and I'm hungry like the wolf. So, I think we're going to cut to the downtown bar we were all outside of, basically. Marie has just left, telling Jose Juan to meet her at sunset, which is pretty close, at her shop, Madame Marie's tonsorial parlor in the quarter. Evelyn is nearby, I recall, after speaking with Briggs briefly. And at this point, Nike joins the crew as well, and you are all together at this moment. What do you do?
Well, as far as I remember, I bump into her in the street, right?
Yeah, kind of a little bit away from the casino, outside of like a cafe / bar.
All right, so I'll probably after talking with Madame Marie, I'll go back with the group. I am visually more than usual, like happy and with a lot of enthusiasm. So I don't know what the other guys are doing.
Yeah, what are you two up to?
I think Evelyn follows them back into the bar. When I say she's quite quiet, it's not like in a melancholy way. She's more thinking, oh God, I'm going to dinner with basically my boss's rival. This is either going to kill me or set me free. And she's not too sure how to feel right now. If they're going back to the bar, she's walking ahead to get a drink.
Good choice. And what about Nike?
I think Nike sort of like follows everyone in and is like texting, because Nike is constantly on his phone and setting things up and moving things. But when like pauses for a minute, kind of, in the middle of the walkway where everyone is, in that kind of rich dude on his phone and get out of the way, dude, like step into a corner kind of way. And then heads up to the bar afterwards with like finishes up his phone, puts it away, and heads back up to also get to drink.
Great. The three of you are together. This is like a moment of respite.
Hey, so Nicolas, did everything went okay with you? Is that whatever happened back there? Are you happy with the outcome? I mean, I don't know. I really don't understand what happened, but it was fun. So thank you for inviting.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Can I keep the clothes?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, like they're custom for you. They're not gonna. Like, there's no point in returning them.
Chingon. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I got. If we're going in movie cliche terms, I got the handshake I wanted. I'm expecting the knife any minute.
We saw Kara was there.
Yep. And she didn't rip my arm off this time. So honestly, I think it's an all-around win.
Evelyn's leaning over the bar to the bar and like, please, can I have?
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's ordering things.
You get served very quickly. What does Evelyn have?
Margaritas.
That sounds good. I want a margarita right now. That would be so good. I want
It's
one.
been so long. But yeah, she's ordering those. The first one she probably drinks very quickly, and then the second one she probably takes a bit of a sigh, turns around, stood by the bar, and drinking it a little bit slower. And she said, "Sorry, did you want anything?"
Oh yes, I'm having a tequila, if I can.
Yes. And Nike, what do you want?
Something hard and extremely strong.
Okay. And she sort of leans over the bar.
At that moment, Eduardo walks in.
Perfect.
I couldn't unmute fast enough.
There you go.
I couldn't unmute fast enough.
I was hoping for someone to take the offer, and you did. Thank you so much.
I was like, oh my god, I don't remember the hotkey for unmute. Eduardo and Colton walk in.
That's adorable. That's
yeah,
so
they're
adorable.
not holding hands. They just met.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, thanks for bailing on us, everyone. That was polite.
I'm sorry, you looked like you were having a moment. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, it was a scintillating conversation. Straight face.
That's not a straight face. There's nothing straight about
there's
that.
There's nothing straight about that, man. Nothing.
Do you want to drink as well then? As she sort of looks over to the others.
Yeah. Eduardo kind of sees what you're drinking and motions over at the bartender for 2 more, because that sounds so good. So everybody wants one.
Margaritas?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, when she sort of gestures, she sort of looks towards the barman and just hopes that he's heard what everyone said. Is like, that, please. And sort of points out and puts some money down on the table and just continues to think. Scream internally, I think the word is.
Yeah. It's pretty crowded in here. I mean, it's the night before Mardi Gras proper. It's in the middle of downtown. But there's definitely kind of this vibe in the air that all of you as in the business that you're in, or just by virtue of what you are, that I think you can kind of pick up on. It's restlessness. It's like something waking up after a long sleep.
But is this feeling like something like we know that it's about to, like explode in our faces, or it's like this and bottle enthusiasm or pressure?
Yeah, more like that. Like it's just under the ground almost.
Okay.
Kind of like electricity in the air, but more
Got
subtle than that at this point.
All right. So I look back at Evelyn and Señorita. Are you?
Yes.
Are you okay? You're very quiet now.
Yes.
Is everything all right?
Yes. And she sort of keeps repeating it a few times. I've got to go for dinner in a few hours. That's all.
Oh. Wait. I know it's not of my business, but are you going out with someone, or you're having your dinner by yourself, or?
Eduardo might be listening.
I was about to say, this is great flirting right here. I'm so down for it.
Yeah.
And she sort of looks, she's like, no, I'm going with Samael. You might have seen him.
Oh, fancy looking guy, right?
Yes.
You don't sound very pleased.
Oh, I'm not. But it's more of an essential thing rather than anything else.
Oh, like work?
Kind of. It's an opportunity at least.
Oh, opportunities are good, right?
She sort of takes another sip of her margarita. With him, maybe not so much, but it's better than the other result, I guess. But at least I get a free dinner out of it.
Quick question, because I forget. Does Joaquin know what Evelyn is? I forget off the top of my head. Because that makes it hysterical, if not. And I don't remember.
I can't remember much. I feel like you might.
I probably know that you are ensorcelled or enchanted or something. I'm really not sure if he probably knows that you are really and essentially a demon.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You've seen me almost break that man's arm. You
True.
saw me almost do that.
But I have not seen you in your natural form. Well, in your true form or other form or whatever.
Right. He knows that you're supernatural.
But I don't know how he perceives it, because Jose Juan saved Evelyn's life is why she's in debt to him. So she's not. I don't know how he perceives her from that, but
no, that's perfectly fine. I'm just like, it's hysterical to me as Nike, who is like watching this conversation dance around a topic that is very clearly not on the same rails, and it's just like,
and Nike will know she doesn't like this about herself, so it's not necessarily something she tells a lot of people.
Right.
A lot of people know.
Eduardo kind of turns to you once his drink is brought. Do you think you will need some backup?
For dinner?
See, for dinner.
How would you provide backup? Just out of interest. Sit at another table behind a newspaper?
I'm not
I've seen that in
saying.
the films.
Okay.
This is the thing, she's genuinely interested.
Oh, she is.
She's genuinely like,
He thinks
how?
you're me. He thinks
Yeah, I
you're
know,
taking
but
the
no.
piss.
No, and she's like, you know what I am and you know what he is. Don't you think he'll spot you there?
I mean, where are you going? Maybe there will be a lot of beings like us.
And she looks at him and is like, I'm supposed to meet him at the quarter. I don't know the exact restaurant yet. Anyway.
Maybe I could wait outside.
And she tips her head. Why would you want to? And again, it's out. That's not done in like a snarky. It's a genuine, like, she's very confused because she thinks this person hates her. Like he literally walked away and said, "Don't," you know.
Yeah.
He kind of threatened her last time they had a proper conversation. If it helps, and she sort of looks to, so turns her back to Jose, and is just like, if it helps, I'm not taking him with me. I meant what I said.
I'm sure you can take care of yourself.
And she looks at him slightly confused. Someone waiting outside might not be too bad. And we'll turn back round. Probably tap the bar again, like, to get another drink. She's really like, everyone probably would recognize how stressed she is. It's not as stressed as in she looks at, she's just very uptight, which is probably Evelyn's form of stress more than anything else.
Right. Okay.
Hey, so Nicholas, I saw you back there, and really, you were like in your element. You seem very smooth the way you spoke, and you seem to know a lot of people back there. And I look around, I lean over, and it's like, do you know the Voodoo Queen?
To a point. I mean, we've interacted, and it's been pleasantly favorable for everybody, I think. So we have a healthy working relationship. Why?
Oh well, it's not something important. I have heard just, local legends and things, and I was wondering if any of that is really true. Is she really that powerful?
I think anybody who gets to the point where they are the face of a section of this city and is still around long enough to say they've had it for a while, I don't know if strength is everything, but she's... whatever it is, she has it.
I know, right? And all these things about the magic she uses, I mean, I'm not very well versed in that, but is voodoo good? I mean, is it not harmful?
I don't honestly know much about it myself, Jose Juan, but I think everything's two sides of a coin.
Oh, that's wise. That's very good. True.
Was there a specific concern mixed in there, or is this just a probing questions kind of day?
Well, well, you know, I want to be completely honest with you, and
Probably a bad idea, but okay.
I know, right? I should know better, but I mean, what the hell? Well, and I kind of lean over and get a little bit closer to him. It's like I've been having kind of like a problem, magical in nature, you know.
Okay.
And well, in the past I was having the support of the pack, but that's not gonna happen, you know. So I was wondering if maybe the Voodoo Queen can give me a hand and maybe help a little bit. But you know, Nicholas, you know me, I don't have that many resources. I don't have that much money. So I don't know if she's gonna refuse or what kind of deal she wanna try to make out, you know?
Do I know her well enough to have an idea of the kind of, like, if this is a thing that she would just do
Exactly. Thank you.
out of curiosity? Because, like, I feel like Nike might have an idea, but I, John, do not.
Let me have a think.
Sounds good.
I mean, obviously, you've never gotten anything from her for free. It's always been very tit for tat.
Sure.
Um,
And, like, Nike's okay with that, because at least you know where you stand with people if you can do business with
yeah,
them.
why don't you go ahead and roll figure someone out? The person
Okay.
does not have to be here, so
Oh, that's okay.
yeah.
Fair.
It can be totally meta.
That's reasonable. That's fair. Sure, let's do that. 10.
Nice. Great. You get
Awesome.
what, like
I need to
on a
pull
hit
up the
hold
moves
2. She's
Oh.
not in your faction though.
No, she's not.
No, she's power.
Yep, I am immortality.
Mhm.
Um,
You can have 2 of those.
okay, I need to pull up the questions again real quick. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Because I forgot.
I need to eat another piece of chocolate because it's delicious.
Honestly, fair. Shadows.
Oh look, the last one's like in the shape of a coffin. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's great, and definitely not.
Ominous.
All right, here we go. Basic moves, figure.
Mhm.
How? So I can. I have 2. Okay, cool. How
Yeah.
could I?
And I would let you kind of finagle one of these
Sure.
to get the answer to the question you want.
That's awesome. So I think the thing is, how could I put your character in my debt? I'm going to do that anyway because Nike likes to know things about people.
Yeah.
And then I will ask, the second one will be, how could like I or Jose Juan get Marie to do this kind of, like, could we get it to her to do it out of the kindness of her heart? Is that a thing she'd even be open to doing, depending on his situation?
Right. Cool. I'll answer the latter one first.
Okay.
How long has Nike been in the city?
Nike's been in the city probably now for about 4. Actually, when did Rui go missing?
Like 5 years ago.
5 years ago. I think Nike's probably been in and out. It's probably like 2 or 3 months at most, right as of this exact moment, though he's been in and out for 5 years.
Okay, interesting. I think, I mean, with your 10, that she's definitely not like a malicious presence, but she does, like, she is very much a businesswoman.
Okay.
However, I think between you and Jose Juan and how the interaction came about, the two of you could probably put together that this seems to be some kind of special case.
Okay.
Because she came to him.
Yeah.
And you don't know anything that she'd particularly be after.
Okay.
Off the top of your head. There could be something, but it's probably not something like simple like pay me or do this or...
Yeah, and it wouldn't be something like Nike would know from previous directions, because this is like a special thing. Okay.
And as far as putting her in your debt, oh good, Kara's plans are advancing. Well,
yay!
I'm glad I don't have to worry about whether or not that happens.
Oh look, that knife is moving steadily closer. Wonderful.
Oh wow, it just cut a heart out.
Oh, oops.
I'm bad. Putting Marie in your debt is doing something for her for free, even though it's like not for free, because obviously,
right.
But because obviously what you're after is to get her to feel indebted.
Right.
But
so like doing business in such a way that it is exactly what we said, but makes something else good happen that she might not have been asking for specifically. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
She also hates vampires.
Awesome. Because my entire now goal is go for this vampire in particular. So I'm ready.
And she hates Kara a lot.
Fuck over this vampire in particular that you don't like. Yay! Also, yeah, so that I think that might be Nike's bargaining chip going in is, hi, I've got this thing going on and it's got some weird shit going on. It also involves this vampire you don't like. I don't want it to happen. You don't want it to happen.
Cool. So those are your answers.
Cool. So I think Nike will, I suppose, be like, look, you've known me for a little bit, so I want you to treat this with the sincerity of the sentence I am about to say.
Okay.
Marie is one of the few people in the city that I give strictly less sass to.
Really?
Yes, you might say I'm actually even potentially civil nearby. So,
Okay.
Meanwhile, Evelyn's snorting at the bar like a day, like I'm still
like literally, you hear her almost choke on a margarita and move to the side.
Nice. And I say that because she operates in a way that I like. We do business. We are extremely cordial to each other. Nobody screws anybody over, and anything, everyone gets paid, and it's a grand old day. Did she come to you, or did you go to her?
No, I think. I mean, when I saw her, and people start chatting around, I kind of like only knew some stories about her, and I was thinking about approaching and asking for help, but it was really strange. It was like if she was reading my mind, because she was the first one to come around and try to talk to me, and she was very, very well educated and very nice. So I'm a little bit curious, But if you say that,
I'm gonna hold on to the possibility that she was reading your mind, because I don't know with Marie, that could have just been a thing. But
yeah, maybe.
I will say this: if you learn anything from business, when someone comes to you first,
yes,
you have something they're interested in. So keep
Me?
it in mind. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yes, you. I know it's mind-shatteringly strange, but yes, you.
Okay, so you know what, Nicolas? I think we started with the wrong foot. I mean, I still don't obey what you did with the idol, but
fair enough.
You're a good guy. I kind of like you. Cheers.
I'd like to choke on my margarita again, please.
Nike. So at the same time, Evelyn's like choking on the margarita. Nike makes like a face and then goes back, and winks at like Jose Juan and drinks and takes a drink, and like after the glasses clink.
No, he's being
in genuine shock. It's not like a slight. She's genuinely shocked.
He's Jose
Fair,
Juan is
honestly.
being really, really sincere. It's like
Yeah.
he probably disliked you because what you did, but he has seen you the way that you go around with people, and you clearly have this ability that he probably is very envious and would love to have, like the work with people and try to connect and such, and be in different levels of society that he probably have a very hard time to get to. So he values that, and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
So Lauren, just throwing out this 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 count like a moment of intimacy,
Aww.
bonding, if you will.
We've had the weirdest moments of intimacy in this
I
game.
know,
love
right?
it. It's like
My gosh.
we've got moment of intimacy, dying. Like
I haven't had a
moment
moment
of
of intimacy, and I'm going on a date. Like a freaking date.
Oh,
Did I not give you a moment of intimacy with Belle?
No, I don't
Uh-huh.
think-
Well, we'll see what happens.
Is it a moment of intimacy if the united emotion is sheer terror? I don't know.
I mean, that was
Sure,
yours, wasn't it?
sure.
I mean that's fair. Honestly, reasonable, fair.
Yeah, totally, Joaquin. Yeah.
Okay. Because if it's that,
Uh-huh.
I think in my particular case with my playbook, it says you create a primal bond with them.
Mm-hmm.
You always know where to find them and when they are in trouble. This
Yeah.
bond lasts until the end of the next session.
Yeah.
So probably my coyote senses or whatever, they are attuned to
They're
Nicolas
tingling.
at the moment,
Yeah.
which is
Awesome.
the
Love
first
it.
time, and it's like kind of weird for him, but
Yeah.
it was very sincere. So
Question:
Answer.
do moments of intimacy happen? If they happen to intimacy, do they trigger both intimacy moves? How does that work?
oh,
'Cause
I'm-
I don't know.
right. I think it depends. I think
Okay.
Jose Juan here was sharing
Yeah, that's fair.
something.
okay.
But I think it could. I think there could be synergy like that.
That's super cool. I
Yeah.
would also say that Nike is not reciprocating at all. So fair. Like, I don't think it's happening for him for sure. He's like, see, like, okay, cool. I think he's glad that like that misunderstanding and like
Yeah.
that has been
But
cleared
Nike
up.
still has his
Yeah.
front.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll probably take another tequila shot and lime, and finally ask him, and it's like, hey, the Voodoo Queen invited me to meet her. Would you mind, I mean, if you're,
Giving you a lift.
I was going to ask, like, accompany me.
Oh. I
You
mean,
know?
that works. I have to talk to her anyway. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
And like, I think Nike will look at Evelyn and be like, "Well, are you going to dinner sooner or later, or are you going later? You need a ride? Are you good?"
How long have I got, Lauren? Is it like a couple of hours? Like, could I go with and wait in the car, because she doesn't really also want to be on her own as much as she won't say it.
That's
She doesn't
fair.
want to be on her
Yeah,
own
yeah.
right now.
You could go there. So all of you would be able to, I mean, figure out, like, you
Yeah.
could Google. The place where she's centered is called Madame Marie's Tonsorial Parlor. It's in the middle of the French Quarter. It's not like a secret lair. It's a hair shop. And there are,
God, I
like,
need one of
bars.
those like
Me
now.
too.
Ugh.
Supposed
Fair.
to go in July. It's just but there are like bars around there. Like, there are places to hang out.
Okay.
So yeah, you have plenty of time.
Yeah. Everyone will be like, I can come with. I have time. That's fine. I have time, and then I can get a ride. So the and she just sort of drinks it. It's like, yes, I have time.
And yep, like he's like, yeah, I can Colt can give you a lift if we're still with Maria. That's when you need to go. We can wait. That's not
Thank
a big
you.
deal.
Mm-hmm. And
oh, that's awesome. I mean, I wish Senor Riggs was here, but
The whole gang back together. Yeah.
Salud.
Yeah.
Cheers.
She's already drunk it,
Yeah.
but she clings
Oh,
the glass anyway.
Empty glass like cling. Yeah. Nike like waits a second and goes, actually, well, that's a good point. Eduardo, we have an extra seat. You want to? Are you actually going with or?
He kind of finishes his drink. He looks over at Evelyn and then at Jose Juan. Kind of internally sighs and just nods.
You don't have to come if you don't want to.
Who said I didn't want to?
I don't know, the heavy sigh and the slamming of the drink. You know, never mind. And he like pounds his drink and is like,
that's not me slamming a drink. And he like reaches over to the rest of Colton's and slams
Nice.
it back.
nice.
Colton's just like,
Yes.
Colton's from Texas. He's like,
And Nike like unironically is like, well, I don't know about you, but that was attractive. And walks out the door and then sticks his head back in and goes, Colton, get the car. And then sticks his head back out.
yeah. Colton will go get the car.
What I pay you for, thank you.
While it's just Eduardo, Evelyn, and Jose Juan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that we're all alone together, that's Russian. That was weird.
It's like a spy.
Now we're
you
alone
are-
together,
you are who you are
comrade.
at all.
Oh, no.
The disguise drops.
What the hell is going on? With you and with you.
Can I ask by what you mean as alone? Do you just mean Nike not here?
It is much quieter, you must admit.
She nods. Like,
Fair.
says like that, yes. And I'm assuming Colton's run as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, he's going to do his job.
Yes.
Now that he's past his trauma of seeing his boss's arm ripped off.
He's over it now. It's fine.
Yeah,
It was
he's
yesterday.
fine. He's
I
fine.
think no, Nike I think used that as an excuse to talk to Colton outside because they
yay!
haven't like had a chance to catch up.
Oh, we're gonna go
since.
do that after this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Evelyn looks like. What do you mean?
Manuel told me to stop keeping an eye on you.
Yes. I know why.
What did you do?
Let's say I fall off his favor and I'm probably not part of the pack anymore. But we can still be friends, right? Eduardo? Lalo? Compadre? Right?
My God, if Eduardo doesn't say yes, everyone's gonna punch
Of course
him.
he says yes. He like doesn't say yes. He just kind of smiles despite himself.
That's good.
Why are you going to the Voodoo Queen of New Acadia? What could be so bad that you need to go see her?
Well, why are you saying it has to be that bad to go to her?
This is just I don't know. I wouldn't get tangled up with magic users.
Oh, well, maybe, and I drop a glare back to Evelyn. Maybe we have a magic problem. Yes, eso.
Evelyn blinks slightly longer than normal, as it doesn't sound convincing. Maybe we have a magic problem. Yes, we have a magic problem.
Yes, magic problem.
What is it?
What is it? Jose.
It's the thing that you know the curse, right? Yes, we have a curse, una maldición, and maybe she can help
We
us
all
take
have
it
a
out.
curse. I know you're not the
People-
wolf.
Well, maybe Maybe I'm not a wolf like you, but
I mean, you are literally not a wolf.
I know. I don't like being discriminated.
No, I mean,
Okay, Evelyn's there rolling the sleeves.
Yeah. He puts his hands through his hair. No. I mean, you literally don't transform into a wolf, so I'm trying to figure out what your curse
yes.
is, hombre.
That's true. Yes, that is true.
This is both Alice and Evelyn.
Hear that whistling noise? Right over his head.
So, what happens when you transform?
Well, my transformation is because of a curse. I was not bitten like other werewolves.
You did not inherit it either.
No. I was a normal man back in Mexico. But some brujo, some magician, some wizard, or something like that cursed me with this. You know? And it's very, very hard. Like, really hard to live with this every single night. And I don't want to hurt people. I hate hurting people. So maybe if the queen is able to take this out, I mean, I would gladly go with Senor Ordóñez, but that's not an option now, you know? So I'll take my chances with her. And hopefully she can help. So can you help me out? Yes or no, hombre? Come on. I need you now. Help me out.
How do you want me to help you? Emotional support?
That would be nice.
Do you want that hug?
Maybe.
He gives really good hugs.
Maybe a hug will work. Yes.
Okay.
So even though that I'm not in the pack,
Just approach
See?
slowly.
Awkward hug.
Yeah, it's an awkward hug.
Evelyn stood at the side like, what is happening?
He's much taller than you two.
way taller. And he responds the hug like,
Yeah.
so maybe helping me out will not be very well perceived back with the pack. Are you aware with this? Are you confident with this? Are you fine with this? Because I don't want to get you in trouble, man.
Unfortunately,
Oh, don't tell me you're out of job right now. Really?
no.
Oh, okay. Because I could relate to
just-
that.
Give him another hug.
I like you. You remind me of like a kid brother.
Okay.
So I'm going to help you, even though I probably shouldn't.
All right. Gracias, hombre. I appreciate it.
Mm.
I'll pay you back, I promise.
Mm.
He turns and he's like more confident, eased out. Like this is going to be fine. This is going to work. This is perfect. I have companions and friends around me. Let's do this. Yes, definitely.
Perfect. Amazing.
Evelyn's looking back and forth during this
Yeah.
conversation, like, what is happening?
I think,
Resisting getting another drink.
Yeah.
You can have
think-
one if you want.
Yeah. I think as Jose Juan heads out, Eduardo turns to Evelyn. And what kind of shit trouble are you in?
If you hadn't guessed, he doesn't know.
Oh, no, I was putting that together.
Well, actually, either I'm on the path to a good thing or on the path to a very, very bad thing. So I wouldn't call it trouble just yet. I'm going to stop trying And she sort of pauses, remembering their conversation. It's like, the thing you hate so much, I'm trying to stop being it. It's not as simple as it seems. Did Eduardo meet Samael?
I don't
I
think
can't
so.
remember. I don't think they did they? Because he didn't go into the room.
Okay,
But
well,
as
is-
promised, he's not involved. And I wouldn't. Why do you want to know? I'm not a kid brother.
no. No, you're not. Some people say I'm too sentimental for my own good.
Sentimental. About me.
Yes.
That will get you into trouble. And she sort of like looks towards you and is very much, we should probably go, but it is appreciated. If he starts to lead away, she sort of very joking. It's like, no hug? As he walks away.
Mm-hmm. Let's hop outside to see what Nike and Colton are up to.
Yeah. It's like when Colton comes out, Nike's like, yeah, hold up a sec. How you doing?
I feel like I'm all peaks and valleys.
Fair enough. How? So in like, okay, I'm gonna need you for like another night just to wrap up business here.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I'll go back to Uber.
Fair enough, honestly. I was gonna ask if you wanted a vacation, but
Might need to be a bit extended.
Yeah, I was thinking, extended, paid for 2, maybe. And like Nike sort of looks back into the bar where I think Eduardo is now talking to like Evelyn and Jose Juan is just like,
What?
What?
He's nice.
Yeah.
And very built.
Yeah?
What?
And what? I'm just saying.
I don't get any portent of doom offhand.
No, I was like, do you want to go on vacation with Eduardo and make it into like a date thing?
Oh. Isn't that a bit fast?
Depends on your perspective. Like, I can get you 2 rooms if you're concerned, but I'm just saying, like, vacation with a friend who is built and attractive.
You only live once, unless you're Nicolas.
Where did that voice come from?
It's very good. It's
That
very
was
good.
great. That was great.
Oh. I mean, look, just ask him. I'm not gonna buy it without like him wanting to go.
Right, yeah.
But it's on the table. Just saying. Like, you very clearly, like, we've been through some stuff, but definitely not that kind of stuff. So, figure you deserve a little extra.
Yeah, I'll ask him when we're alone again.
Sounds good. He can have the front seat.
What if he thinks I'm stupid?
Well, you will have the front seat in a car ride to find out.
I'm keeping the window up.
I expected as much.
All right.
You doing okay?
No.
Yeah.
I think it's at that point that Jose Juan walks out. Followed soon after by Eduardo and finally Evelyn, and you all can make your way to the quarter to Madame Marie's tonsorial parlor.
Yay!
When you get there, and you have to park a ways away because of Carnival and things are kind of closed off. Most businesses are closed. Hers is not. The building is kind of this faded stone, maybe with a slight, kind of rusty orange tint to it. Very, very old building. I mean, you can see, let's see, it's what, 2020? So you can see, 1720, carved into some of the stone around there. The windows are very large, and pristine. There are plants kind of hanging out of the balcony up top. It looks like there's probably a living space up on the second floor. The other thing is that there are roses strewn across the sidewalk in front of her shop. All different colors, mostly red though, although like I said, there are others as well. And the lights are on. There are a couple of other women in there finishing up what look like just like typical appointments. There's maybe one actual client and the rest are kind of picking up. They all of the workers have rose tattoos somewhere on their bodies. And this is Marie's place. The closest bar, just by the way, is called Coconuts. It's like 2 doors down. It's rowdy.
I think Evelyn looks at Jose and is like, do you need some of us to come in with you? Or she sort of looks towards the bar and is like, or should I go and get a drink and wait for everything to finish?
Okay. Yeah, it is fine. Thank you. You can go to the bar. I'll catch you up there.
Okay. And she sort of looks up, just trying to make sure that you are actually okay. But she sort of, if you see her outside Coconuts, if it's really rowdy, she takes a deep breath and walks in.
I think Nike sort of watches Evelyn go and like get ready to steel herself to go into this bar full of rowdy crowd of people, and is like, Jose, do you need me to come in with you, or do you want me to hang out outside and let you figure it out?
I want to try this alone and see what happens.
Well, you have my number.
I'm hoping to get this right, but I need to do this alone by myself. But thank you for coming, and I appreciate it. Thanks.
And Nike will follow Evelyn into the bar.
Wish me luck.
And Nike like turns around, just like gives him like the cheesiest thumbs up, and then immediately drops it and goes back into the bar.
I think Eduardo's probably, since Jose Juan has expressed wanting to go it alone for now, I think Eduardo is going to go with Evelyn and Nike and Colton.
Oh, I was gonna give him the time to talk in the car, but okay. Fair.
Oh, that's if they weren't so far away. I mean, they can be in the car, but they'll be far away.
It is up to you. I'm okay with either. I just
Okay.
like I didn't know what you were thinking from.
We'll leave them in the car.
Okay.
Cool. So let's follow Jose Juan into this area. When you go in, all the workers, who are also all women, are kind of talking back and forth. They seem to be talking in like Cajun French, or some other version of French. And they stop when they see you. It's kind of like, and you do recognize some of them because some of them were waiting outside of the casino when Marie walked in, like in the hallway with them. So you do recognize some of them. But one of them switches to Spanish and asks who you're here to see.
Okay. So I guess Jose Juan takes a moment to try to have enough valor, and he relishes on the smell, the aroma.
Yeah.
And because that's one of the things that he has learned to love of this curse. Like,
Yeah.
he really enjoys the smells. That's one of the good things.
Yeah.
And the rose aroma, it's like, I guess it's very potent in there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like, it's kind of soothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he lets out a deep breath, like, hola, soy Jose Juan Echeverría. I'm here to see Señora Mari.
And she kind of goes over to a beaded curtain and slides it open, and there's a staircase there.
Okay.
She gestures for you to go up.
Okay. I go up.
Up top, there's a door that's already cracked open, and inside you can see the back Marie kind of wearing this very kind of white, almost like linen. It's very light material, and she's opened the kind of windows you saw earlier that like poke out into the balcony, basically. Okay. And the wind is blowing in. Lots of candles around, lots of vases with roses. And there is just a glass of water, or two rather, kind of across from each other on like this very old looking couch. And the one directly across from it. And she has a shawl kind of wrapped around her as the cold air from outside comes in, and you can hear the sound of celebration. It's that same kind of static crackle, but it seems to be getting stronger, especially as the sun is going down. And she turns around and smiles at you, very warm smile, and gestures for you to sit.
Okay. So I get near, and it's like, good evening, Señora Marie. Thank you for having me.
Speak Spanish if you like.
Oh, gracias. Yeah, that would be better. Thank you.
I've spoken a lot of languages in my time, but I think that's my
Okay.
favorite, the one that feels most like home.
Oh, that's good to know. I like Spanish too. And I try to like put my suit, like try to
Mm-hmm.
look the best as I can.
Yeah.
Like, so, you probably know what's happening to me. I don't want to be rude, but I have to be as straightforward as I can. Señora Marie, can you help me?
It's less about whether I can help you as it is about whether you're willing to help yourself. I think that's where we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break right there. Whee! Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Hanging.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
So
boy.
everyone go stretch, get a drink, tell your pets you love them, and we will be right back.
Hey everyone, we are in the midst of a meeting between Madame Marie, the Voodoo Queen of New Acadia, and Jose Juan. So she has just said it's not so much about whether or not she can help you as much as it is about whether or not you're willing to help yourself.
Jose Juan kind of ponders at that, and I think that this curse has been very taxing to him, both physically and mentally and spiritually. I think because it was because of this curse that he had to leave Mexico.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most important things for Jose Juan is his family, and one of the things he's looking forward to see again is definitely his family, going back with his sister and mother. So I would say he would answer that yes, I try to do as best as I can. Yes, I'm willing to do this.
Well, you don't know what you have to do yet.
No, that's true, and I should ask first. That was stupid. And he's like thinking, oh my god, good thing that Nicholas is not here, because he will be like, this is not the way you do negotiations, boy. Like, yes, well, what do I need to do?
Well, we've got a couple of options before us.
I like options.
Well, we'll see. Most curses, they, to get rid of one, it's not like you can just throw it in the trash bin. It's an exchange. The being who cursed you,
So you're telling me that the person who cursed me, he was an Nahual? He used to transform too?
oh,
And he
yes.
passed it over to me?
Yes.
Hijo
That,
de puta.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
She laughs. It's not a kind of magic I'm accustomed to seeing in these parts. It's strong.
So there is no way to nullify it, to get rid of it, and no harm any other.
Correct. But like I said, we do have options.
Okay, let's see option number 2.
She definitely raises her eyebrows at your kind of eagerness and pep. So to prevent, let's see. She leans back and thinks for a moment, pulls her glass of water to her and drinks some. There is the simpler way of transference.
Mm-hmm.
We, or maybe not you, we pick someone, random, potentially, and transfer the curse from you to them. Usually that would require having a piece of them, hair, nails, blood. Fortunately for you, that is, I have quite a backlog. That's option 1.
But what you're saying is that some other person will have the same problem as I do.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know them, but I don't think that's very nice. Is there a third option? There's always a third option, yes?
There is another option, although something about you tells me you don't want to hear it.
No, I want to hear it. Yes.
You would have to how to phrase this delicately. Sacrifice something you own.
I'm sorry, Señora Mari. I don't have a lot of things.
Not like a material possession.
Okay. Well, what would need to be sacrificed?
A life.
Like, you're telling me that I have to kill someone?
Not just anyone.
Who?
Is there anyone who owes you their life, Jose Juan?
He kind of like thinks, starts to remember. You're right, I didn't want to hear this, and I'm not going to do this. Sorry.
It's no skin off my back.
Okay, so the only option we have is to try to transfer this. And you only need a piece or something from this person, yes?
Yes.
He doesn't have to be here when you do this voodoo stuff you all do?
No.
Okay.
It
He's
will
like,
be quite painful, as I'm sure it was for the individual who cursed you.
okay. And now the big question is, how much will it cost me?
Cost you?
Yes.
Well, I suppose everything does have a price,
That's what Nicola said. Yes.
even friendship. Jose Juan, this one is on the house.
But why? I mean, I'm not happy to take it, but why? Why me?
Do you know anything about auras, Jose Juan?
No, what is that? Is that like a... What is that?
This kind of energy that flows around you from within you. It can, for those of us who can't see them, it can reveal a lot about a person.
Okay. You can see auras?
Yes, it's one of my many skills.
And how does mine look like?
She leans forward. And kind of looks around you. You see she's not looking directly into your eyes, but kind of like along, like almost like tracing the outline of your body. I see. Silver.
Oh, okay. That is good. ¿Es bueno?
It can be.
Okay.
It's and abundance, a color of abundance. It's the color of the spirit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy for you to allow me to be here with you and speak. I'm happy because I know there's a solution. I really have to think about this very hard because what you're asking me, it's important. I mean, I really want to get rid of this, but not harm others in the way. You know what I mean, right? I have other question. Is there a way that with time and patience and hard work, is there a way I can tame this and control it? Or I'm doomed to be this savage animal?
Unfortunately, divination is not one of my gifts.
Oh.
I would like to help you, Jose Juan.
Thank you, gracias.
I would appreciate if you could give me your answer before midnight.
All right. Yes, I will.
Drink your water before you go.
Oh, yes. So, yeah. Thank you. He's pondering, he's thinking about the words. He turns around, he's about to leave, and he just stops in his tracks, get back to her, and it's like, muchas gracias, señora Marie. I really appreciate your help. I'll be back with my answer before midnight, as you said. I have one last question, and I don't want to be rude. You are the voodoo queen, yes?
Some do call me that.
All right, and please don't be mad, but the thing with the dolls, is that a real thing? I have seen it in the movies, but is this something that they made up for Hollywood and the films and all this kind of stuff?
The thing with the doors?
No, the dolls, the ones that you put the pins and
the doll. Oh.
Yes, dolls, the little dolls, you know. You know what? Forget it. It was a stupid question. Sorry. Thank you very much.
Definitely doesn't look to like a cabinet somewhere in the room.
Okay, so he probably exits.
Yeah.
He went in with very high hopes.
Mm-hmm.
He still has them, but this is a huge decision. So he'll probably go out, get back to the bar, and probably everyone will see him like he's very thoughtful. He's very immersed in his own thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm back.
How crowded is this bar, Lauren?
The bar? You would probably think that Coconuts is not a very pop-in place most of the time. It's definitely more of a dive. It's not quite on Bourbon. It's like a weird location, not very well kept, but it's super crowded tonight and getting more and more packed by the minute.
I think Evelyn stood there like she's sort of trying to make herself as small as possible so people don't keep bumping into her. She's like, the drinks are okay.
I'm getting mixed images because, as far as I remember, wasn't the disco or the place back in the mask, the picture, the mask, the coconut, and it was like with palms and people dancing around, and this is like a completely different coconut, right?
I don't. What?
I am so lost. What happened? What about coconuts now?
Have we heard about coconuts in this game before?
No, I was thinking about the
would know
movie The Mask.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. No, it doesn't look like that at all.
This is not like this.
Okay. I was just like,
It's like a
dancing
gross
mambo
dive bar.
and no salsa, no nothing like that.
They do
It's
have
like,
good.
Okay.
They do have good cheese fries.
okay.
I
I
would
think
have
Nike-
bought cheese fries.
Yeah, Nike and Evelyn are sitting there in like vaguely nice clothes, eating cheese fries.
That's
and
gorgeous.
cooking.
Cheese
You-
fries and drinking, like, because she's like, I've got to go to dinner. I can't go with how much I've drunk so far. So
Yeah.
she's trying
Fair.
to like put
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
in her stomach.
Yeah. So Jose Juan rejoins the party.
How did it go? As she looks towards Jose, sort of gives Nike a side glance, but
Everything is fantastic. Everything very good. Muy bueno.
so
Everything fine.
she can help.
Yes, she can help.
Oh, well, at least that's some good news.
Yes.
Is
yes,
the
good
price worth
news.
it?
And he's like making the mental note that, damn, Nicholas, he's good. Yes, I think the price is fair. Yes, it's high, but it's fair.
Okay.
Well, that can only be good then, right?
Yes.
And I think Nike is like, well, if you don't mind waiting, I have a little bit of business to do, and then Evelyn, you can take off whenever you need to. Obviously, no, we're not going to. But
As she's sort of like there, like as she puts another cheese fry in her mouth, she's looking at the time.
I want to say it's like 7:30, and you do have a text. Well, two texts. One's from Belle, where are you? And the other one's from Samael, where should I pick you up?
She's not going to say coconuts, but she's going to walk down at least the street. If there's somewhere else to the end of the street, she's going to go there. And she'll give him her location from further down the street.
Sure.
Because one, she doesn't want him to know that the others are here, and two, I don't think when about to go into a serious conversation, she wants to know she's been to coconuts.
Sure.
that's reasonable.
In heels and a very slinky black dress and stuff. So.
The Belle tour.
Yeah.
Good demon.
And so Nike like has his like half-eaten cheese fries in his drink, just holds it out to Jose Juan like here, and then I think heads back in to talk to Marie.
Okay. Jose Juan, so do you want to walk with Evelyn to where she's getting picked up?
Sure.
Okay. I want to follow the two of you, and then we're going to go back upstairs.
Good.
So yeah, is there anything the two of you would like to talk about, do before you split up?
I think she's walking awkwardly, almost just not silently, but she definitely seems fairly preoccupied. And there is a moment, especially after speaking with Eduardo and stuff, she's like, Jose, what
That's
do
my
you
name.
think I am?
Like a magician, like a mage, like a wizard, like someone who has powerful magic. That's why I asked you first if you could help me with this. Remember?
Yes. I'm
You are
sorry I
very powerful
couldn't.
magician, yes? I mean, not as the voodoo queen, but you're good, right?
Am I good?
Yes, with magic.
And she sort of shakes her head. No.
No?
No.
Well, what do you mean no?
I can't do magic.
Oh. So, what's with all the things you did and you have a lot of strength, true? I mean, that must be magical or something supernatural or something?
And they sort of start getting towards the corners. Think of it more as a curse.
Oh, like mine. Okay, okay.
Sort of.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's why we are good friends and we can relate to each other, yes?
Yes, and she almost seems like she's finding that, like, yeah, actually, that's the first time. So it's not a problem that I've been cursed or
No?
anything, even if I chose to.
I mean, I would wonder why would you want to be cursed, but that's your thing, and I'm fine with it. You're one of my favorites. You're my best friend here.
She raises both of her eyebrows. She's like, what?
Yeah. I don't have many friends in this city. You're the only one who has been like trying to help me out.
I'm your best friend.
Yeah, I only have Paco and you. Mr. Biggs is more like a mentor. I want to be like him.
You want to be like Briggs.
Yes.
And she sort of smiles and nods. She's like, right. I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear that. You're my friend too.
Okay, cool.
Right. She sort of like nods and half smiles like,
I mean, I don't know how you guys do here in New Acadia, but back in Mexico, friends support each other.
yeah, no, that's a thing here.
Okay.
I've just not had one of those before.
Well, you have one, at least, maybe more, later on.
Right. And she sort of like, it's more that she's in shock rather than anything else because she's never been in that position before. She's like, I'm really your friend.
Well, I consider you my friend, yes.
Huh. That's good. And she's still walking at the same time, sort of absorbing it. She's like, well, thank you.
Sure, no problem.
You can tell she doesn't know how to react. That's
But I see her a little bit more relaxed, right?
yeah, like her shoulders drop down. She's not so like tense. But as a friend,
Mission accomplished.
so as a friend, I'm going to get you to stop here so that she sort of winces slightly, my date doesn't see you.
Sure.
That's funny because the car pulls up.
Yeah.
Oh!
She's like,
Beat you. I will beat you.
and as like literally, I don't want my date to screech behind, and she smiles like that awkward smile of this one. I think this is my car.
Okay. So have fun.
Yes. And she smiles again. It's like, I'll let you know when it's done. And sort of turns towards see you later. And she's almost trying to work out what friends say to each other fully. She's like, great, this is great. I like this.
Eduardo would hug.
She doesn't know. She's been hugged. The only person who maybe's given her a hug is Belle. So there is an innate
Crushing
fear.
the ribcage.
Yeah. In fact, I think she already has done that.
Yeah, I think she has too.
Yeah.
So, does the car, like, I guess it pulls nearby and does someone get out or the door opens or...
The window rolls down. There's a very handsome man in a very nice suit. I don't know why I do that. He probably has long hair, but it is expertly groomed.
Can I...
That I ever gave him a face
Sorry, go ahead.
claim. I don't know that I ever gave him a face claim. Hold on. Hot men. Yeah. Hot men. Hold on.
Yeah.
Folks,
Ooh.
welcome to the GM prep section of Scratticus. It's
would
the
like-
secrets of GMs in the Scratticus Academy. When you're looking for face claims, Google hot.
Hot man.
Listen,
I would
the
like to
only
see
rule,
who I'm going on a date with. So.
Yeah. The only rule, okay, that I have
Sorry.
is that all my NPCs are hot.
Fair,
It's a
honestly.
fair
All
rule.
the NPCs in New Acadia are hot.
Hot.
I don't think any of these men are hot. Can we make him Jason Momoa?
Oof.
That
Sure.
hasn't
Why
been
not?
his
Wow.
vibe.
I was not thinking about that, but okay.
Well, now I'm
I mean,
I'm
I'm
gonna
down.
rewind to Jason Momoa in like a power suit with like
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
maybe
with
like
that
the
nice
hair's in a
hair.
ponytail.
Yeah, like a
splayed-
knot
yeah.
or something.
Wait,
I
I
don't
got a
know.
picture. I got a picture.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Listen.
Hair?
Listen.
Oh, boo, get
my.
out.
Hang on. Wait. Why have I not seen it yet?
I'm trying to copy it. Give me a second. God. Some people prep slower than other people.
Honestly. Yeah.
There we go.
That's who pulls up. That's the window comes down and that's what you see.
Not that Jose Juan really cares that he's a hot guy or whatever, but
Yeah, sure. Sure, that was
Can I-
convincing.
That was so convincing.
can he... I know this might sound weird. Can I smell him?
Does he smell great or does he smell of what he is?
So it's interesting, right? First of all, you're in the quarter. There are so many smells
True.
happening, especially
True.
at Carnival. Also, I would say, and Evelyn probably knows this, they do have much more advanced powers. It would be very hard to kind of pick out. So you could roll to figure someone out.
All right.
Please use your advantages because you have too many.
Okay.
I don't know what you would possibly need them
Lawrence
for
has
next
sat there
week.
with all the disadvantages.
I have so many. I'm just going to use them to do something real bad.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
All right. I only click on Jess to the advanced section of the roll, right? It says figure someone out. The dice bottom advanced. Yes. Is that Is that it?
No, it shouldn't
Okay.
say. I mean, it's by that die, but the advanced drop down should say no.
okay?
But yeah,
And
that's the symbol.
What does the advantage give? Is it like +1 or
you
something?
can roll twice.
Oh, okay. So
Take the
here,
higher.
here goes the first one. Oh, okay.
So roll again.
Okay,
Done this
good.
all throughout the campaign.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh Lord.
See, look
Roll.
how helpful I am.
Roll to figure something out. He figures you out, actually.
On a hit, hold 2, so you get 2 questions from the list, and he holds 1 on you as well. He's not in your faction, obviously. What is he gonna ask you?
All right. First question would be, what's that character beef with? In this case, Evelyn.
Right. Sure. So, his beef with her is that she's proven to be more loyal to Belle than he anticipated.
Okay.
And to have more of a backbone than he anticipated too.
Okay. And the second would be Interesting. I will change a little bit the question if you allow me.
Sure,
It says,
absolutely.
what's your character hoping to get from blah blah blah? In this term, it would be like, what's, if I may, what's
Yeah.
Evelyn's character hoping to get from him?
Hmm. I think I'll kind of alter it to like show. Yeah, if you're okay with this, I'll go with it, because I know sometimes those questions feel a little restrictive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're okay with this, Alice,
Go for it.
I think it's the combination of like her reaction since the auction, like the stress and the drinking and the like. It's at this point that you pick up what it really is, and it's a little bit of desperation. Is that
Okay.
fair?
Yeah, she doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to be what she is. So this is like an only option thing for her.
Yeah,
Alright.
she's hoping to get her way out from him.
Okay.
And what's he gonna ask you? What's your character hoping to get from Evelyn?
Everyone wants something.
She has a lot of affection to Evelyn. He believes that she's out of his league, so it's not like a romantic thing.
Yeah, but he cares about her.
He cares very deeply about her, and he truly wants her to be a friend. Like, he would do, and he's very loyal, so he'll probably jump out if something happens to her.
Well, that is all he needed to know. As the window comes down, and he kind of obviously has seen the tail end of this exchange, he's got his very handsome smile. Evelyn, who's your friend?
She sort of, I think from the back, Jose will definitely see her straighten up and probably see what he saw before she went into the auction. It's like, my friend, that's all you need to know.
I'm Sam, friend.
Hola, soy Jose Juan Echeverría. Very nice meeting you, sir.
Oh, you too. And a friend of Evelyn's is a friend of mine.
Okay.
She glares. Jose probably can't see it, but she's glaring. That sounds like. I thought we had a date to get to.
Oh,
Get
okay.
in.
Yes, true. Sorry. Have fun. See you later. And I just walk away.
Are you going back to Coconut?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So Evelyn, you and Sam will be off. We're going to get back there. Now I want to hop up to Marie's. You are like Nike let through with kind of like none of the hairstylists / witches need to check you.
Yep.
And you can go straight up. The door's open.
Yeah, so Nike walks in and I think just says, "Howdy do."
Good evening, Nicholas.
Hello, hello.
What can I help you with?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's just like, "I'm sorry. That wasn't me mocking an accent. That was me asking how'd he do."
No, I know.
Oh, good.
People don't mock me.
Yeah, right. Well, that would be rude.
It would be stupid and rude.
For sure.
I'm doing fine. I'm a little restless tonight. It's a big night after all.
Something happening in the city?
well, there's all this, and she kind of gestures at the window where all the noise and lights and music, everything's coming in.
That's and Nike goes, fair enough. So
You see her. She probably would have done this before, but like,
oh, okay.
I'm gonna do whatever. She is putting away a glass, and she kind of puts it in the sink. But she's also holding a Q-tip that she uses a key to open a cabinet and puts it inside.
And Nike goes, he took a drink, didn't he?
They always do. The only one who didn't was an oracle I liked very much. Her name was Claire.
I don't know who that is.
No.
So, two things I think I'd like to, if you have the time, I'd like to discuss with you tonight. Number one, did you know what I was?
Beg pardon?
You should take a look.
She comes back from what she was doing, locks the cabinet again, and walks over toward you. Sits across from you, across like this very old-looking low table, and she says, "Put out your hands."
He does.
She puts 2 fingers on each of your wrists, right at the pulse points. And she holds them there and kind of looks at you. Again, that you weren't here for it, but that like tracing of your outline. There's nothing. There's nothing there.
And there should be something, shouldn't there?
Yes. I never really felt the need to scan you this way. You were always so straightforward about who you were.
That was before I figured out that I didn't know who I was. Courtesy of I think someone who I've solely learned is the mutual irritation of ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Quick temper, kind of unstable, and he just sort of, and then he made this like pointy vampire fang kind of thing. Name starts with a K.
She's been a thorn in my side for months now.
Well, she was a thorn in my side. Well, that's not accurate. She was like an angry slash across my neck and a tearing off my arm. But as you'll notice, it didn't take.
Do you know why that is?
I was hoping to find out, perhaps with some assistance.
Well, Nike, I'm sure you know that magic doesn't come cheap.
I know. But I also think if you remember, you owe me one. So mechanically, I'm going to call on the debt that I had on her when she showed up last session. Woo!
Hey! Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I love it.
How do you do that? Don't remember how cashing in a debt works.
Cashing in a debt. Boom. I'll show it to you.
Got it.
Blah, 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 blah.
Making it
Give you a worthy and useful gift without cost.
Yeah, I would say that knowledge of what I am and why
Yeah.
is a worthy and useful gift for sure.
I agree. She gives you a very wide beaming smile and starts quickly moving about the room. Mostly she gets incense, things that will give a strong smell. She closes the windows so it can build up along with the heat from the candles. This is all kind of part and parcel of this kind of ritual.
Nike's taking the jacket off because and is unbuttoned the things and rolled it up because it's getting warm in there.
Yeah. She has you sit down and she says, just breathe for a while. She starts a record. It's an old record player, one that actually plays records. And it plays music. They don't have any lyrics. It's more like hums and other sounds. But it's very low. And as you sit there and you start breathing, when you think you're almost about to go to sleep, she says, lean forward.
And Nike takes a second to lean because I think he's kind of half asleep at this point, so he's trying to make sure he doesn't overbalance and fall over.
Yeah. And she puts her hand on your forehead and it feels very cool with now the closed window. And then she takes a little bit of ways and slaps it down. And as you fall back, you're no longer in her room.
Okay.
Where are you when you were made?
So I feel like it's not a particularly. So it's not like a lab. It's not like a big place for it. But I think it's a cleared out space on it's clearly in an office where a lot of things happen. But it's a cleared off table with a little bit with space around it to sort of move around and build, put Nike together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he wakes up maybe on sitting in a thing facing the table that has him on it. Maybe if I think that's kind of the direction we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Rui's old office in a different city.
Mm-hmm.
6 years ago, probably.
Is he awake at this moment?
I think he's I think Nike is partially complete. He's the body is put together. He's dressed, but his eyes are almost like a glass doll. It's blank and there's clearly nothing behind them. As if it's waiting for something to happen before it wakes up.
Yeah. I think you can see what's happening, but it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
You see Rui with her hair pulled back, much less this rigid kind of shark that you've seen recently, like a girl who's maybe fresh out of college or about to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Around that age. She's wandering around this office, talking to herself. There are all sorts of knickknacks that don't mean anything to you then, but now you recognize them as, instruments of magic, some that have obviously been put in the, like, does not work, obvious fake pile, and some that are more real. She takes a moment to write a few things down, and it almost looks like she's amping herself up for something. And she takes a device. It looks partly like actually scientific or medical. It's like a tube, basically, with two endpoints that are needles, but the material doesn't look like it's something that would be used in a hospital. It's got etchings on it that painted or something. It's really unclear. And she grabs like a chair and then grabs like a couple pillows and like gets comfortable and starts kind of speaking aloud. I'm so nervous, excited. I've heard a lot that those are the same feelings. I've taken to calling you Nike Winged Victory. But obviously I'll give you like a full name. The paperwork's pretty much done. Just want to make sure you like it when you're actually awake. I met someone recently, Nike. They told me their name was Joel, and they scared me in a way that, not in a way like I'm walking home alone at night and I think maybe someone's following me, except that's also part of it, but it's not, it doesn't just stop there. They keep coming by or I feel like I've been getting driven, like I'll feel them behind me and so I want to turn this way, but then they're on that side and so I go another way and I feel like I'm being driven to the same place and I don't feel safe, and I know this is way ahead of schedule, but I think I need you here. I think I need you awake. I think I need you to protect me. If that's something you want to do, I mean, we'll find out what you want to do when you wake up. I'm not saying that that's like your only job, but it would be super helpful because I hope we'll be friends. I hope we'll be friends for life. So we're going to do this. Okay. See you when you wake up. And she sticks the tube, one end of the tube, into a vein in her neck and kind of leans back and sticks the other one right into the same vein on your neck. And her eyes roll into the back of her head, and time passes. And eventually the fog in your eyes, it clears. And that's where the vision ends.
I think like Nike's like throat is dry and he's like kind of croaking. It's like, Marie?
Yes, she's been watching you intently.
Does the name Joel mean anything to you? And I'll pay you for this.
The kind of placating smile she had been wearing very much is completely gone at the mention of that name. And we're going to cut away. Whee! In another part of the quarter, in a restaurant called Hallowell's. It's a steakhouse, very high-end, but like old world. It's definitely not like a modern cuisine place. It's not trendy. It's kind of classic New Acadia. That's where he's taken you. He's taken to you to a room upstairs. Like there are other rooms, so like people are passing through. It's not like you're all alone up there. Dinner begins.
She sort of looks at, well, this is nice.
I'm glad you approve.
Do you come here often? Cliche, I know.
Only for important meetings.
How important is this one?
I guess that depends, doesn't it?
On what?
How amenable you are.
She raises her eyebrows. Well, first of all, and she says as she sort of waits for the food to arrive, she sort of takes, if there's like a drink or something, she would have had it.
The finest wine.
The finest wine. She takes a sip from the finest wine. And because she's already had a drink, if there's bread, she's taking bread.
Yeah, smart.
She takes up some of the bread, and she's like, what are you wanting, and what are you going to give me? Because it's a deal, right?
Right. I want you to abandon your patron.
You know it's not as simple as that.
Right. So, let me rephrase. I want you to take me to her, and I will make her an offer she can't refuse. That will include your freedom.
She takes another sip. It's like, okay, that's pretty straightforward. First thing, what would that deal include with her? How are you intending to get me out of it? And 3, how can I trust you?
Let's start at the beginning. The deal with her is to fuck off. I don't really care where she goes or what she does, as long as it's not anything to do with this city anymore.
It's a fair request.
I plan on giving her this, and he pulls out the necklace and the pendant from the auction, so that she can have a fighting chance out there. This should bring her back to her full strength.
So you're going to level the playing field?
Yes, but by this point, of course, when it actually gets handed over, she'll be in a contract.
How does that protect me if she comes back to her full self?
Oh, well, she'll have signed you over to me, and then I will release you.
I always read the small print.
Smart girl. I think at this point, the appetizers are brought there, oysters.
Yeah, she's like, thank you. So it's like a really sort of sweet smile to whoever's bringing them in, but then facial expression.
Do you want to know who brought them in?
I do. Is it?
She's got freckles.
Yep.
And
She's like,
hair.
oh god! Like she puts the Evelyn immediately puts the napkin on her lap.
Didn't I
Hmm?
just saw you this morning?
Yes.
I'm just covering from some. This is weird.
What
Semiel's
jobs do you have?
I try to keep a lot at once because I never know when I'm gonna lose one.
Right. Well, this is fantastic. Thank you. And smiles.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she like puts herself down and like backs away. Who was that?
A friend of mine.
Not the same kind of friend as your friend from earlier. What did he say his name was?
I don't think that matters.
That's right, Jose Juan.
And what does he have to do with it?
Nothing, I just getting
Then
to know you.
Please keep on topic.
So, the small print.
All of it. You see, I don't really want to be signed over to another,
Right.
if you understand.
Yes. So then we will make a simple exchange. Soul for soul, so to speak.
In what sense?
In the sense that your soul, after Belle signs it over to me, will be mine, and all you have to do is give me another in exchange.
You can't just write it in that I'm set free. I thought you were, had that ability. I'm pretty sure Belle does.
Hmm.
These are very good, by the way. And she sort of
Uh-huh.
gestures down. She hasn't actually eaten them yet. She's just gesturing at them.
Yeah. He eats voraciously. Unfortunately, that's not how these higher level contracts work.
Okay.
But I have no interest in keeping you under my employ, Evelyn.
Could I see it in actual contract form?
Of course. He literally pulls it out ready to go. The one with Belle and the one for your exchange after that. And everything is exactly as he has said it.
And she looks it over. So I tell you where Belle is. How do I know she's going to sign the contract?
If she doesn't, I suppose I'll have to do things the old-fashioned way.
And she nods and she does take an oyster.
Mhm.
Almost like eating it while she thinks.
Mm.
What's your old-fashioned way?
I used to be very into flaying.
And she nods. I understand that. And she pauses. What makes you so confident that Belle won't get that? And she gestures towards like the pendant before the contract's signed.
She's weak and has no friends. None left, anyway.
She's weaker than she normally is, but she's not weak.
Well, maybe you should come with me, watch my back.
I don't really want to watch your back, no offense.
It's a great view.
I've seen it.
His pants are very tight.
And I will tell you where she is.
You won't
if the
come with me.
contract might wait outside.
You don't want to see the light in her eyes fade.
No, I'm not as into it as you are.
Well,
Sorry.
I've known her longer. All right, you will tell me where she is.
And she pauses. My name's not to be mentioned until the contract is signed. I understand my name is in it. But it's not to be mentioned. In fact, I wouldn't mind you putting that in there.
You don't want me to tell her that you're responsible.
Ideally. I understand also sometimes that's might not even be possible. Really want her coming after me. I have a few things I actually want to hang around here for now. So I
Your
don't
friend?
intend to leave. Yes. Not that one. And she sort of gestures towards when he walks past.
You hear a crash in the distance.
Yeah. Sort of
Can't believe
winces.
I made her such a ridiculous girl. I love her. All right. And he snaps his fingers and that appears in the contract. There's no place for you to sign on this one, obviously, but on this.
She looks sort of eating again. So where do I sign?
He pulls a pen out and hands it across the table to you, and there's a very clear place to sign.
She wants to check this through thoroughly before reading and also look for anything hidden, including just anything, whether it's anything. I'm talking written in ink that can't be seen or any form of anything. She does not trust a single hair on this guy's head.
Yeah, but he has so many beautiful hairs.
Oh no, they're lovely. I just don't trust them.
Let me look at some of your shit. Let me look at these basic moves real quick, see if there's anything I think, why don't we do let it out?
Okay.
I mean, you could do, or you could do figure someone out and we could kind of tweak the questions. I think depending which route you want to go with this, you can pick.
What was the second one, sorry?
Figure someone out.
I think in this one she's trying to figure someone out. She wants to know if he's lying, effectively.
Go ahead and roll that. Also, you have advantages.
I do. I am going to use an advantage because I suck at figuring something out. Hang on. How do I always lose this one roll? Figure something out. Oh, but is it not put face to a name? Hang on.
It'll be on the left-hand side under mind.
Under mind. Yep, there it is. Okay. I'm going to roll twice. Use one of my advantages.
Cool. Partial and partial. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, better safe than sorry. So you actually get 3 questions because he is in your faction, but he also gets 1 on you. So we can kind of like retool some of these. But I'll give you what you're looking for.
Right. Okay. Hang on. I'm just getting the questions.
Oh, there's probably a couple of like good questions in there that'll work for what you're angling at.
One, I think I want to know what he's worried about.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll start there. He is worried that you'll realize that your contract is a bit vague when it comes to soul for soul. He could probably lawyer/demon speak that to mean whatever he wants it to mean. But there's nothing like, Evelyn's not free.
Yeah.
There's nothing hidden. It's just that is vague, and he would prefer that it remained vague.
I think
that suits him.
Look over it. I'll answer this question first. Just a quick question. Soul for soul. You know that doesn't work exactly. Just any old soul in these sort of situations, right?
Sure.
What one are you after?
A strong one.
Again, it's a contract. You're going to need to be more specific. You understand?
I think at this point the courses get switched out. Now it's like the steak. Is Evelyn eat steak? Yeah, Penny like knowing this is bad. Do you eat steak?
Yeah, she eats steak.
How does Evelyn take her steak?
Blue.
Yeah, him too.
And me in real life.
What do you think it should say, Evelyn?
What do you want it to say, Sammy?
Yeah, he is not happy. He's obviously like super peeved and like...
Look, you clearly want something specific. If you talk about it now and get it out in the open, we can discuss whether it's going to happen or not. Otherwise, my steak is going to get cold and nothing else is going to progress. Who do you want?
How about your friend?
Looks towards Penny.
Penny's like leaving. No, not that one.
No.
Why?
I've only got one. Why are you so interested in that soul?
It's a good one.
But it's not yours.
No.
She sort of moves. I'd actually like it written into the contract that you go nowhere near him. Please.
I want you to make a persuade an NPC roll.
I'd like to use my nat 20, please.
Oh, shit! On a hit, they do what you ask. He is so like, you haven't seen him fully drop the facade. I mean, and the sulfur smell starts to come out. He's obviously like not concentrating on any of that as he snaps, and it appears in print.
And she's reading it to make sure it's detailed, like in no way anything like that.
It's exactly what you asked for.
Pick another one.
Are you going to agree to this one?
Haven't heard it yet. And she starts to eat her steak because it probably is getting cold.
Yeah. He's not touching his. Let's see. Who else did Roman see you with? How about the biker?
You want the biker? Really?
Joaquin looks so much more upset than when he heard his
He's like,
own
how
character's
dare!
name.
Really? You want to go for a biker, not something a little more interesting?
He does not respond. Are you trying to kind of get him off? Like, you don't want that. Are you trying to mislead
It's
him?
kind
a bit?
of like the, oh, really? Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the don't even.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll mislead distractor trick.
Okay.
You have advantages!
God. Hang on. I will use another advantage. I've got loads.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Where's my? There it is. Oh. Yay.
Hey! See, I'm always so every time I say to use one, it's useful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, on a hit. They are fooled at least for a moment. On a 7 to 9, pick 2. You create an opportunity. You expose a weakness or flaw. You confuse them for some time. You avoid further entanglement.
And I'm allowed 2.
Uh-huh.
Weakness or flaw.
Yeah.
First one.
Okay. You see that his intention with this was obviously to hurt you. It's not that he's like intending to like not set you free, but he wanted to hurt you. That's like part of what feeds him.
Yeah.
He is kind of getting near his wit's end because you don't have that many people that you're attached to. So
I really don't. She literally has no one because of this reason.
So there's a bit of like he might go for something that, like, if he were thinking more clearly or did some more research, he might not otherwise. He obviously wants to get this done. And he wants to get it done really, really soon for some reason.
Okay.
And you get another one.
And yeah, hang on. Let me go back to the questions. If my thing loads. Hang on. Create an opportunity in the way that she picks the soul.
Yeah, nice. Love it. He, again, like not eating, or even at this point, definitely that more feral side is coming out, that feral demon side, as he kind of like is starting to bend the silverware a bit. Okay, Evie, why don't you pick then?
And she sort of pauses for a moment. It could be anyone I want. Right? Do I have time to think about it?
It has to be someone that it's at least possible for them to enter into a contract.
And she nods. I can think about that. And she smiles, not in like a smarmy way, it's like a genuine smile. And I'll find you someone good.
All right.
So are we in agreement?
I
Now that
think-
we've panned things out in the finer details.
I think we have an accord.
Great. And she starts to tuck into her steak
Mm-hmm.
again. This is very good. Thank you.
I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
Yay!
Yes!
Finale next week!
Whoop!
Ah!
Fabulous. I love this game so much. It's just mainly tension between Lauren and I when we play together. So
I
in
love
the best
it.
way.
I love it.
So just like, Rui, I'm gonna kill Joel. I'm gonna kill Joel so hard.
Yeah, Joel. I love it.
Somewhere a dragon's heart is being ripped out, but hey,
Mhm.
we didn't see it, and that's okay.
That's like the end. That's the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
It's like the shadows on the wall as Kara like opens a rib cage.
Mhm.
And her just like, like screaming angrily.
Screaming and crying.
Yep.
It's very emotional. We don't need to see it, but it's very emotional for her.
Absolutely devastating.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna hand it back over to Alice so we can do outros.
Awesome. Thank you. Everyone, please check out the links coming up in chat now. That includes the Discord. Also, as I said, we are planning next season. So much to plan. So please head over to Twitter and drop Scratty DM. We're gonna have lots of viewer games and stuff like that. All the good stuff. And if you would like to catch up on everything in this season before the finale next week, I may be biased, but it's very good. Come and watch our shenanigans here on Open Shadows. I love it. Head over to our YouTube and you can check that out. Also, a huge thank you to our wonderful sponsors in the form of Maychan Press. You can check out their Dark Matter and their Fey Folio. Also, the Deck of Many with the Deck of Many Things and their Moving Magic spell cards, along with all the new wonderful shiny things that are coming out from their Kickstarter now that it has finished. Also, the wonderful Hero Forge for all your mini making needs. We're currently playing around with the beta and it is so much fun. So please go check that out. Also, Dungeon Fog, whether it's a one-shot, whether it's a campaign, they help you structure your map together along with all of the notes alongside. And if you tweak one or the other one updates. It's a very snazzy thing, especially for someone like me. And also, last but certainly not least, also Heartbeat Dice. It is Pride. Happy Pride. They do all of their Pride dice. There's some seriously gorgeous ones over there and a wide variety of them as well. They also have a Kickstarter where you can go and support them and look at all the very, very nice sharp edge dice that are very, very shiny and very, very pretty. So please go and check them out. Otherwise, please go and check out everything these lovely people around the table do. They're wonderful humans. Please go and check them out. Otherwise, it's the last episode. Until next week, keep evoking emotions, and we'll see you then. Bye.